Hi Libra, welcome to your February 2022 general reading. If this is your first time here, welcome. Everybody is always welcome. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. Thank you for coming. Thank you for returning. And if you're waiting until February to watch this, happy February. If you're watching it when it goes up, happy New Year. We will be doing a Celtic Cross, and this is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. It's the card we will be using for this reading. Well, let's take a quick look at what February 2022 may look like. Get a couple of clarifiers up here. Center of the reading, we have Ten of Swords, endings, putting down of burdens, moving on to the very next chapter. This speaks of not only just a closing of the suit, but really a closing of a way of life. Obviously, this guy has seen better days, but we have the dawn breaking, we have this beautiful almost staircase coming up, and it looks like there are buds on those trees. It might be a little difficult to see. So it is spring, so renewal of life, and that is crossed with the Four of Swords. So air energy, your suit. The Four of Swords speaks to rest, restoration, a renewing of health, which pairs very nicely with the 10. It also, in the Rider-Waite, shows a knight still in his armor, but he is resting between the battles. This guy is just in his bed sleeping, but his sword is right next to the bed. And then there are 3 more plus his shield up in the corner. So while you're just simply taking a break, kind of reevaluating, you're still ready for that next push. Alright, so I'm going to move this down a little bit so you can see the card. Next is the base of the reading, is the Ace of Swords. More air energy. Clear communication, a lovely butterfly of transformation up in the corner. New starts, really new communication. I like to think of the swords as kind of clearing away the negative self-talk, the negative energy, kind of the mental cobwebs. So that's a great foundation for not just a new year, but just as a new season as we go into February, and as we kind of wind down winter as we head into spring. Really a great way to look at it. Just learning new communication skills, learning new ways, and sharpening old existing tools. So that's what that speaks of. Immediate past, the moon. Maybe there was a reason we need a fresh start. Maybe there was a reason. Things are never as clear as night as they are during the day. Kind of a card that represents the water signs, so they tend to not be as logical as the air signs. If you're talking in generalization, they tend to be a little bit more emotional. Things get muddier. Well, here, think of it this way. It takes far less effort to muddy a pond, a bright, clear pond, that you can see all the way down to the bottom. It takes way less effort to disturb that water than it does to muddy the air around the bank. So if you took a pebble and put it into a river or a lake that was clear and calm, it's going to kick up dust at the bottom. It's going to take a lot longer for that dust to settle than if you took a scoop of dirt and push it up into the air. It's just going to fall, and then you have a clear view again. So that's a good way to think of this. So in the past, or the energy that you're bringing into February, things are more emotional. They're difficult to see. They're difficult to make sense of. They may be, really emotional. So yeah, a better perspective, a bit of a break does help you break through. All right, so we'll go with that. Top of the reading, Knight of Wands, refinding your passion. He is a court card, so he does carry that Ace of Wands. So there is a fire lit under that horse. It's a little difficult to see, but there's a fire there. So something has reconnected with that spark within you, which is excellent. The Magician in the immediate future. Taking that wand, gathering up the other wands, you can kind of see them. Hopefully you can see them. There you go. In the foreground there. Taking each of those wands, using them, knowing what to do with them, knowing your toolbox. What each does, knowing how each one operates, and the importance of choosing the proper tool. All right, so we're going to move the camera again. Hopefully I don't turn it off. Let's look at the environment. Chariot and Justice. So far we got a lot of major arcana energy, so this is fine. The cards representing another water sign. This is actually the card of the Cancerian family. And this is the card of the Librian family, your family. So standing in your power to victory. There is a lot of emotion in that card. And there is a lovely scale in this card, but she also has that staff. Both of them have that staff. Using this spark that you got up here and using it for good. Both of them have those staffs of office and power, indicating they are, in this case, angels and a goddess. So yeah, taking that spark that was a hard-fought one. Yeah, because if you have been through this energy, that wand up here was really, really hard-fought. So yes, using that spark with your emotional energy can bring balance to a good situation. You can't really live in one realm and not the others. You can't live in the intellectual energy without bringing some emotional energy to it. You can't really bring this much inspiration and not balance it. We don't have any coins, at least so far. We do have this one here in the Magician. So not a lot of grounding energy. So far this has been a head over heart battle, but it doesn't have many practical applications so far. So it might be a little difficult to come to. The Tower, more in hopes and fears, more major arcana energy. How many more majors are you guys going to get? Sorry about that. It is a surprise. I know it looks very dramatic. I know this looks very dramatic and very violent, and there's a lot going on. It is essentially a surprise. Nobody really likes surprises. Well, I shouldn't say nobody. A few people really, really like surprises. However, most people like, as much as they say they don't, there is a lot of security in routine. So there is a lot of upheaval and a lot of change, and that can be very scary. Not if you embrace it, though. I was talking to a friend of mine, and she said something like, I don't really like change. Change is bad. And I told her, if we didn't have change, people would still think the world was flat, and we would be curing cancer with leeches. So, change is good. It's just a matter of how you see it. Overall outcome, King of Swords. There you go, Libra. So throughout this whole journey, coming right back to yourself. Right back to your own intellectualism. But the king is someone who understands he does not live by the sword alone. He understands the other suits. It took him a long time to get to this perspective. It took him a lot of battles. It took him a lot of time and a lot of patience to get to where he is. All right. Let's roll back here and get some clarifiers. The Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. More major arcana. The card of Taurus. And I was wondering where the Earth family was. Card of Taurus, grounded, traditional behaviors, traditional institutions. Brought to you by the Nine of Cups. I'm so sorry. It is a card of wish fulfillment. It is a card of happy healthiness. It's not a complete, it's not a 10, but it's really, 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 really close. So we have the happy dog, the well-fed bird, the mother, the child. Pretty much everything that she needs is within her reach. Very similar to this energy over here, this magician energy. It's just a matter of picking up and using your resources. I will leave it there, Libra. Again, if you're watching this on January 1st, when this video goes up, Happy New Year. If you're waiting until February, Happy February. And I will see you next time. Bye, family.